Can we actually raise our chicks from day old till maturity without providing heat for them at the early stage of their life? In this video today, I'll be comparing the different heat source, that is different brooder that you can use to provide heat for your chicks till they no longer need it, and which is the best for you to stick with that will reduce your cost of brooding and maximize your profit. Stay back, let's do this together. Brooding in poultry is the process or the whole time of providing heat, food, water, and every other necessary medical attention to your poultry beds from day old to about 2 to 4 weeks of age. The provision of heat can be as short as 3 days or as long as 1 week for broilers and as long as 3 weeks for layers. In this discussion, we will be concentrating on broilers. There are 2 types of brooding, that is the natural brooding and the artificial brooding. Now, during the natural brooding is normally done by the mother hen. The mother hen provides all the necessary care, the food, the warmth, and the rest, and as well keep the chicks from being harmed by other predators. It keeps the chicks safe. The mother hen too takes care of all of this. Now, the second type we have is the artificial brooding. In artificial brooding, we try to simulate the natural brooding process by providing all the necessary care the mother hen would have provided. That is the heating, water, the feed, and all the veterinary attention to the day-old chicks until they can regulate their body temperature. This type of brooding allows farmers to brood a large number of chicks at a time. It also allows for optimal performance of the chicks. The chicks get the nutrient they required through effective feeding practices. A brooder requires a source of heat to generate heat during the brooding time or the brooding process to keep the birds warm before they grow feathers that will keep them warm naturally. Now, in providing this heat to the chicks, we either make use of charcoal, kerosene, electricity, or gas brooder, as the case may be. Among these brooders, which is best, you may ask? I have used all of them in raising my chicks in the past, and though the recent one I just used to raise my present batch is the gas brooder. So I'll be concentrating more on the gas brooder, comparing gas brooder and charcoal brooder, as well as kerosene, to know which is best in terms of cost, in terms of running cost, and otherwise, and which to stick to. Gas brooder is by far more efficient than any other brooder, that is the kerosene or the charcoal brooder, because from my experience, gas brooder is cleaner than the charcoal brooder because it takes longer time for charcoal to come up, unlike the gas brooder that all you need to do is just to light it up and then regulate the heat. Though the initial cost of installation of gas brooder is higher than that of charcoal and kerosene brooder, in the long run, gas brooder seems to be very, very cost effective compared to charcoal brooder as well as kerosene brooder. Now, for instance, the last batch I just raised, I made use of 12.5 kg of LPG gas to brood my chicks from day 1 till they no longer need heat, which is till day 6. So it was 12.5 kg was enough for me to brood my chicks. But in the past, when I was making use of charcoal brooder, for me to get to that the day 6 or day 4, day 5, I will make use of 2 bags of charcoal to get to that day 6, and each bag cost about 14,000 naira, and the 1 kg of LPG gas cost about 1,100 naira. Now, in the long run, almost about a cost of 1 bag of charcoal is enough for me to raise my chicks until they no longer need heat if I'm buying gas. Now, this is because we are in rainy season, because if it was dry season, the 12.5 kilogram of LPG gas would have been enough for me to raise my chicks and there will still be leftover. Gas brooder is more manageable. What do I mean? In terms of control, you have control over it because you can set the temperature and the temperature will be uniform within the brooder. But charcoal is not the case. Now, when the light goes out from the charcoal, it takes a longer time to bring it up. In all, gas brooder is the best. It is easier to install gas brooder because you don't need to be an expert to be able to install it. Unlike charcoal brooder, maintaining a gas brooder is simple. Provision of uniform temperature is one of the outstanding advantages of gas brooder over charcoal brooder. This is unlike charcoal, which is difficult to maintain uniform temperature. The chicks tend to either overcrowd or move away from the charcoal pot depending on the amount of heat it produces. It is easy to regulate the heat produced by a gas brooder. This means the chicks do not need to huddle around the gas brooder or move away from the gas brooder, as heat is evenly distributed. This will in turn add to the uniformity of the chicks of the birds. It is easy to operate a gas brooder. All you need is to ensure that there is enough gas in the LPG cylinder and regulate the flow. But for charcoal brooder, you are required to constantly refuel it, and this is cumbersome. During this process, the temperature lowers, and this causes the chicks to huddle together, and this can lead to mortality. Lastly, with gas brooder, you don't need to worry about the carbon monoxide that is emitted from charcoal brooder, and this is not good for the chicks, and it can cause respiratory issue, that is CROD. Now, kerosene brooder also pose the same issue because when the kerosene gets finished from the stove or whatever you are using to light up the kerosene, when it gets finished, the temperature goes down seriously, and you need to be there to quickly add to the stove for you to be able to maintain the temperature. But however, gas brooder is the best in terms of cost. In terms of running cost of running it, gas brooder is the best. When you purchased a gas brooder, from my experience, this is form of review now. The gas brooder that I bought, there were some accessories that came with it that didn't match my specification. First is the regulator. The regulator did not fit to my 12.5 kg cylinder, so I had to go buy this other type of regulator, which incur additional amount to be able to use the gas brooder I just purchased. Remember, I said the initial cost of purchase is high. Now, additional accessory that I bought also add to the cost of the gas brooder. Now, I had to, because the hose that came with it did not meet my specification, I had to buy the normal hose and then use a clip to install my gas brooder. The consumption, what actually made me to go for gas brooder was during my research, I saw this specification of Indian gas brooder that tells me that, okay, per hour 1000 capacity gas brooder consumes 200 gram of LPG. So I was so impressed. So I did my calculation. That means if I have 12.5 kilogram of LPG, it's going to take me for so days. Now I did my own calculation too, and I observed that those number of days is enough for the broilers to be able to regulate their heat. So that was what made me to go for gas brooder, and I actually achieved that aim based on that specification that I got. Now, another thing you also need to note when using your LPG gas brooder, you should never install your cylinder inside the brooder. Ensure the hose is long enough to take the cylinder away from the brooder, preferably where air can go around the cylinder. This is very, very important because your brooder is hot, your brooder is warm, so your cylinder does not need to be inside that warm or hot environment. So you need to move it away from there so that to maintain safety, to ensure that there is no form of explosion. This is very, very important. Other than that, gas brooding is clean. It doesn't emit any form of smoke, so it's very, very okay, and the temperature can be regulated. That is the most important thing, because during the cold hour of the night, around 2, 3, 4, when the weather is very, very cold, the temperature is low, so you can actually regulate the gas brooder to meet up the required temperature for the chicks, and that is so very, very important, so sweet about the gas brooder. And another thing you need to note about gas brooder, after installation, ensure there is no form of leakage, because from my observation after my installation, as I turn on the regulator to light up the gas brooder, I perceive some smell of LPG gas. So what I later did, I had to use this thread tape to wrap around the thread before screwing in the this screw that is attached to the gas brooder, as well as that the screw that is attached to the regulator. So after threading it and screwing it, the leakage stopped. So that was when I had to now light up the gas brooder. Please, it's important, if you observe any form of, though when you on the gas brooder, before coming to light it where the burner is, we are going to perceive some LPG gas, but that does not mean there is any leakage anywhere. So what I'm saying, along the hose line where the joint are, where you screw the hose to the regulator and that of the burner, ensure there is no form of leakage. If there is, ensure you stop it before lighting up the gas brooder. Gas brooder is very, very sweet, and that is what I am sticking to. I keep saying it. I just experienced it, and it's very, very sweet. Thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon, like and comment in the comment section below, as this will go a long way in helping me to grow my channel and reach a larger audience. Thank you.